So far, we've looked at how we can create area type and also point type. Well, in this movie, what we want to take a look at is how we can add type to a path. And it just so happens there's a tool specifically for that, which is the Type on a Path tool. Before we get to that, though, we need to create a path. I'm going to come over and choose the Pen tool. What better tool to create a path? You want to make sure to have a stroke color, but not a fill color. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this fill color. Then just come over and click. I'll click and drag a little bit. Then I'll come over here and click and drag again to create an S-curve. Now that we have this path, we can come over and choose the Type on a Path tool. Or better yet, you can just choose the Type tool. You'll notice that the Type tool looks like the Type tool when you mouse around within the document, but as soon as you hover over that path, it changes its appearance, essentially, to the Type on a Path tool, which means if you click, you'll be typing on a path. I'll go ahead and just type in design, plan, build. After doing that, if you want this to look the same as some of the other pieces of text within the document, you can select it. Then you can come over and choose the eyedropper tool and hover over a piece of text. And when you're over a piece of text, a little T appears next to the eyedropper tool. When you click, you're essentially copying that formatting. Now we want to come over and increase the size. I'll go ahead and set this to 24 points. Then you can come over and choose the Type tool again. If you click inside of it, you have the ability to edit this type in any way that you want. If you come over and choose the Selection tool, and in this case what I'm going to do is come over to the View menu, and I'm going to hide the bounding box, you have a couple different options here. First of all, you have the Import, which also establishes the beginning point of the document. Now, if you click within the box, you're going to get this loaded cursor icon, which you don't want. So instead what you want to do is click on this bar. When you click on the bar, you'll notice you get a little bar with an arrow pointing to the right, meaning that you can change the starting point of the text. And the same is true over here. You can control the ending point. And if you come over into the text, you'll get an overset marker, meaning you can thread this to a different path if you had one. We don't want to do that, of course, so I'm going to go ahead and move this. The other thing that you can do is you can change the center point, which is this bar right here. As you click and drag, you're moving basically the center point of the text relative to the path. So you have a lot of different options here in terms of how you can manipulate and control the type. Now you'll notice we have the starting point here, the ending point here. If we wanted to change the alignment, we could do that. Here in the control panel, you can choose Align Center, and you'll notice it's now center aligned, and you can also align to the right. We'll leave it set to Align Left. One other thing that I want to show you is if you grab this center bar, and if you click and drag down, you'll essentially flip the text so it's on the bottom side of the path. So that's really all there is to it when it comes to placing type on a path inside of Illustrator. Of course, right now we're working with type on an open path. In the next movie, we'll take a look at how you can work with type on a closed path.